Well, this was a fun one. It was interesting, so let's get into this. Pitching wise, Spencer not Spencer Turnbull, Tarek Skubal. I get those guys mixed up just because the bull at the like the end sounds very familiar. Sounds very similar between the two. But Tarek Skubal, he pitched a good game. I like the way he pitched. At the beginning, he was kind of rough, but once he got a lot of movement on certain pitches, it was making guys miss, swinging at stuff that was outside the zone. The umps were kind of in our favor at times. I mean, it did help that Jake Rogers was just absolutely godly at framing today. I don't know what came over him, but he was just really good at framing today, and it's good when you can do it as good as he did it tonight. If he can do that on a nightly basis, add that to the list of things that adds to him being a major leaguer. Framing, he can hit. He's just good defensively overall. He can get in the way of a wild pitch. He's a really solid player. But yeah, it's just our bullpen. Like Skubal pitched really good, but our bullpen kind of special sometimes. I mean, like Funkhauser did good. Garcia did good. So I guess this game wouldn't be the best example of our bullpen. Like our bullpen did good today, but just in past games it's kind of struggled. But it's good to see it getting up there, trying to get to a level to where it's not a liability. Because I mean, our closer in Gregory Soto is good. Our starters, we've got like three, possibly four that are good. It's just our closers like Brian Garcia, Funkhauser, Lang. They're really good, but they're just inconsistent. And I mean, guys like Lang, it's their first year in the majors. They're really young, so there's gonna be some ups and downs with that. But this game was a good example of what our bullpen can do when they play good. Other games, an example of what our bullpen does when we play bad. But today was a good day as far as pitching goes. So yeah, let's get into the next segment. Fielding was actually a bit rocky today. Usually it isn't. Usually it's just decent, like it's normal, it's good. You know, Nico Goodrum, he played decently, but today was kind of one of his more rough days fielding at times. Sometimes in the outfield we did really good, but other times, like when Jacoby Jones has had some trouble with like stopping his momentum at times. It seems like, but yeah, when he slid and the ball just bobbled everywhere, a few times it looked like there were miscommunications, like between it was Grossman, Jacoby Jones, and Candelario, maybe. It was either second base or shortstop, but they all converged and they just kind of stopped. And I think there was some miscommunication there, and that's why the ball wasn't caught. So you just better communication sometimes. Um, yeah, we just need better communication. Work on momentum. Stopping and going and not slipping. But yeah, it was a bit rocky. It was a bit rocky today. On to the next segment. Tonight, batting was just all over the place. I mean, for the first few innings, like it wasn't doing so hot, but then the seventh inning came, and I mean, no, it was the sixth inning came. We did good. Actually, Jake Rogers, um, before he hit the home run, the Cubs announcers, because they were facing, we get, since I'm in Indiana, we get the Cubs broadcast because they're one of the closer teams. We get the Reds and the Cubs with Xfinity, but they were talking about the battle between the stash and the beard because the Cubs pitcher had a beard and Jake Rogers, of course, has the very just amazing stash from the 70s that I think he should keep for his whole career. I'm not even joking. Like that's an amazing stash. I love the stash. But I said I was talking and I said his mustache wiggles before he hits home runs, and then just all your crack, and it's going, and just freaking out of here into the bullpen. And from now on, I'm talking about his mustache every time he goes to bat because might hit home runs. And also remember, if you see Jake Rogers' mustache wiggle, it's gonna be a home run. Just saying. And then Robbie Grossman just came up right after him. 442 foot home run to right field. That was a beastly home run. That like Rogers, it kind of barely cleared. Which that's fine. I'll take home runs when I can get home runs. But Robbie Grossman just got a freaking hold of that one and completely smashed it 442 feet deep. Holy crap. That crazy. Just absolutely crazy. But yeah, other than that, like our batting was inconsistent. We left guys on base. It's just we couldn't find the gaps and the holes to where we needed to put the ball. It just seemed to, land perfectly in guys' gloves. Went right to the third baseman, right to the second baseman, right to the shortstop. When the pitcher bobbled the ball and it went high, I kind of wish we had a guy like Goodrum out there who runs hard every single time, because they might have been safe. I'm not saying they would have been, but they might have been. And I don't expect Nomar Mazara to go hard every single time. I don't really expect most players to do that. So I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm just saying kind of wish that we had guys with a. I kind of wish our guys had a bit more hustle sometimes, because you never know when an error is going to happen. I don't care about unwritten rules, where it's kind of like, oh, go slow because you guys have it. I'm not going to go super try hard. We gotta, get on base when we can get on base. But yeah, our batting, it looked good sometimes, but other times it just didn't look like it was there. It's inconsistent. On to the summary.
Like the way that I dance, she like the way that I move, she like the way that I rock, she like the way that I walk.
In summary, batting during the 6th inning was amazing. Every other inning, not so much. Fielding was a lot more rocky than usual, but mainly it was our pitching that kind of kept us in this. And those 2 home runs. But our pitching was solid. Despite us giving up 4 runs, our pitching was surprisingly solid. Our closers and reliever, solid. I like that our bullpen is showing improvement. It's good to see that. But just this game was rough. It was a rough one. But there's tomorrow, and then we have Sunday to close out the series on Sunday. So we'll just have to see how those go. Maybe we can get 2 wins and win the series. We'll just have to see. I almost said the season series, but then remember, this isn't basketball. You play these guys. Well, actually, no. The Cubs are in the National League, so it might be the season series. I don't know. I haven't looked that far into advance in the schedule, but win this series that we're currently playing. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny, and might vlog going to the Indians game. Also, I found out that the Whitecaps, the Tigers single A affiliate, which Spencer Torkelson is playing with, they let you customize the jerseys that you can buy from their team shop, and you can put players' names on it. Spencer Torkelson wears the number 8 in the minors. So yeah, might see a Spencer Torkelson jersey video coming out in the near future. So just be prepared for that, because Spencer Torkelson, one of my favorite prospects. I'm just saying. Enjoy watching the guy play. See you guys next time.
Love on each other, as in